Hello, Rand here playing Farming Simulator 19 on Nowhere, Kansas. Still working on picking up bales here so far again from last episode. Everyone looks like the 9620 RXs. They're still throwing the error message, but they seem to be staying on course from what I can tell. If you look at the field here, I mean, it looks like the bales are getting cleaned up here. Yeah, there's a couple more bales in there, but they're not quite to the end there yet with these tractors that are going, so... We're making progress, it looks like. At least I'm hoping in here anyway, everyone. Just sitting in a truck here, by the way. One of the trucks, if you watched the end of last episode there, I was ranting and raving about. Yeah, and not necessarily in a good way either. And it's got nothing to do with the brand here. But, yeah. Anyway, just driving across the field here, checking out what our horseplay drives are up to. As I mentioned last episode, I'm a little concerned about how many bales are on some of these trailers. I'm hoping that won't cause a problem. I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Because again, I don't have much for extra capacity on these trailers. Even though these trailers hold 180 bales apiece, yeah, only 180 cotton bales apiece, that unfortunately is not a lot of extra capacity for what's on the field here. Again, a reminder, estimating there's probably somewhere around 1,300 cotton bales. Yes, everyone? 1,300 cotton bales. And in case you don't think that's a big number, well, go ahead and make 1,300 cotton bales, and you tell me what you think if that's a big number for cotton bales. Then once you do that, huh? Yeah, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The reason we're using absolutely ridiculously OP trailers for picking them up. And at least I don't think in the comments anyway, I have asked if anyone had any better or, less OP ways of picking it up. I don't believe anyone has come up with any, everyone. So, yeah, it looks like we'll definitely be sticking with the OP method here. Outside of picking up the bales myself, which, let's be serious here, everyone. That ain't going to happen. Also, I noticed for this truck, that's an awful lot of black smoke coming out of this truck. That's a lot of black smoke. What in the world? I mean, this is, I think they said it's a 2017 model truck. Not sure how they let that pass EPA regulations or whatever, but I like it. Actually, not really too much black smoke. Way too much. We don't need to be black smoke here. It's ridiculous. Nope. But, oh well. So, no, I'm not just going to drive up and down the field here the entire episode. I'm hopefully going to work on... setting up some more on the soybean harvest, which again, if you folks have any ideas on what you'd like to see for the soybean harvest, let me know. Of course, we're looking for over-the-top ideas. But, yes. Speaking of which, I think we need to go buy some more harvesters, because we're at least going to have plenty of harvesters on hand. I'm debating, everyone, if it's a wise idea for me to be buying the modded harvester like I am there. Maybe I should stick with the in-game one just to make sure we have as few lag issues as possible. I don't know. That's... Ooh, we're down to 40 FPS over here. Yeah. Mind you, if I just had one of them, that probably wouldn't be so bad. But... And I mean, these combines are, fairly well optimized for what they are. But, still, combine's a big piece of machinery here. So, yeah. Wondering if I should have stuck with the in-game ones here just to be a little bit safer about it. Don't know how many we have here, but let's see. Did I buy the headers for these yet? I thought I bought some headers for these. Did I not? Maybe I didn't buy the headers yet. I thought I had, but... Let's see. I do not... I guess I just... Maybe did I just buy the one header? I must have just bought the one header then. Okay, well, let's... We're going to start on that here this episode. We're going to start getting some headers on these combines. I don't know how many's here, but there's a bunch of them. So let's do, let's see, this is Shift-Alt-S. I didn't hear it make the sound. Well, let's just buy one and find out if that took to the right spot or not. Hopefully it did. Let's see what's here. Equipment, combine headers, and let's go. I was actually debating about maybe seeing if I could find a modded 640 Draper head. And yes, there is a reason for that. Again, I mean, if you're thinking about the limits for course play, Manually creating a course play course, you're limited to 50 meters with 8 pieces of equipment. Well, if you do the math, everyone, I could probably work it out right so we could get 32 of these combines on one course. So that's not altogether that many. That's by no means, a record for me. But, well, it's actually right at the record for me, I believe. But, yes, it's not definitely not breaking my record. But I'm not sure how else to do that with course play. And I could probably use the, let's see, these are all 45-foot here's as well. These are just the trailered versions, which I don't think we need these or those this time. We'll just stick with the in-game ones. Plus plenty of 925s. I think there's even a 930. Oh, there's a 625, huh? Okay. I don't know which one that one goes on. The 9XX series. Okay. Interesting. A 925, another 925, another 925. 925s that I think are closer to 930 in actual width, but a 323 for a 1550, huh? That must be, I think that's, I'm guessing, a European one, I think. I'm not familiar with a John Deere 1550 combine. Anyway, yeah, back to the shop. Let's go buy the, we'll just buy the in-game John Deere one here. Exactly why would we need a modded 625 header when we got an in-game one? Silly question. Okay, so let's just buy a bunch of these. I wonder how many will let me purchase. That's something I gotta figure out. Why is it so laggy in the shop here, everyone? Seems to have started a little more recently. I don't know why that is. Oh, delivery space is blocked. Well, that wasn't very many. I don't think that was very many anyway. No, that was a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Okay, that's going to kind of suck. And where are we going to park this equipment that's going to be out of the way? That is a good question. That is a very, very good question. And I do have the one harvester that's out on the field there as well. Because one of the things that occurred to me, I could maybe integrate some hired workers into this as well, but I don't know, I mean, that might get a little messy. So we'll have to see what's here. I don't really want to get into running multiple courses on one field. I mean, I just don't think that is a wise idea at all. I mean, course play is already big enough of a mess. I don't think we need to make it a bigger mess by attempting to run. Like, we'll run this course on this side, that course on that side, and it just, no, we're going to stick to one course. At least that's my plan anyway. I'm just not sure how to do it efficiently with more than 32. Which, I mean, if we have to, we'll do 32. I'm not opposed to that, but at least if I did the math right, it should be 32 anyway. Yeah, if I did the math, I haven't actually taken the time to calculate the math on that there, everyone, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it should be 32. Because, again, manually creating a course by course, you're limited to 50 meters. So, you figure we should be able to fit 4 combines within that 50 meters. It's actually going to be a little bit of overlap if we're using the 13-meter headers here, but not too bad. We could probably make that work. Stab this one in the with a pipe there. Try not to do that. And then, of course, we're limited to 8 pieces of equipment, or 8 lanes, whatever you want to call them there with course play. And what course play calls it equipment, 8 vehicles. But we can squeeze, in theory, 4 vehicles per 8 into the course, I think. So, again, works out to 32. Okay. Start connecting more of them here. We'll have to buy some more headers here. We'll just get all these set up here for starters, and we'll see once. Whatever time we have left, I'll probably look at purchasing some more combines here as well. Because, like I said, my plan at the very least is going to be to try to run 32 everyone. That's going to be my plan at the very least. Probably shouldn't be mentioning the plans here with my console potentially listening in. seeing how far behind he is in the harvesting here. And we'd probably be a lot... I was actually hoping at this point we would be into this field here, but again, Courseplay clearly had different plans when it came to picking up cotton bales than what I did. Yes, thank you, Courseplay. Great job over there. Great job. Could you maybe be a little less derpy in the future? It'd be very much appreciated. Now we'll have to figure out what version we're going to attempt to run with this here as well. If we're going to be fudging the numbers like we did with the cotton harvesters, I'm going to probably have to use an older version of Courseplay like I am right now. Because, yeah, if you remember correctly there, everyone, with the cotton harvesters, I had to use an older version to even make what I did work. Because, yeah, the newer version just did not work at all. It was just, yeah, hopeless. Nope. Didn't work. And let's see. Oh, I need more headers, don't I? Right. More headers. More headers coming right up. Actually, you know what? Let's see once here. Thought there was a button you could push, like Shift Alt. No, that doesn't show where it is. I mean, it moves along with me there. So anyway, that seemed like it worked out pretty good. If we do that and S, and a reminder there, everyone, I did have to do away with the Seasons mod key binding so I could get that to work. Several of you are saying something about GPS mod, or actually, technically it's guidance steering, not GPS, everyone, but several of you have said something about guidance steering causing the problem there as well. I'm not sure how that could be, because I don't know what key binding GPS would be using. That would be on Shift-Alt-S. That doesn't make any sense, but oh well. Anyway, like I said, my key binding conflict was with Seasons mod, because if you remember correctly, Seasons mod uses Alt-S by default to open up the Seasons mod menu. And every time you do, Shift-Alt-S, it opened up the Seasons mod, and it won't actually apply the delivery point. So yeah, I'm not sure how guidance steering would be conflict. Like I said, guidance steering doesn't use any of those commands that I know of. At least we never had that issue that I'm aware of. And I am running guidance steering. Guidance steering is on here. Actually, you know what? These combines do not have guidance. Did I not put guidance steering on them? I must not have. Oh well. That's fine. I don't plan on running into these combines myself. That wasn't exactly in the plans here. Which reminds me, by the way, I think we estimated the length of the fields here was about 4 kilometers? 4 kilometers, right? I think that was the length of these fields, now that I think about it. Because we had 40 times 100, so yeah, that'd be 4,000 meters. That's 4 kilometers. And North in the comments here was at a couple episodes back was saying that's like 2.5 miles. So everyone, this field is 2.5 miles long. Yeah, so for those who are working in the real numbers, they're 2.5 miles. Wow. Of course, the game is in meters, so that's how we know it's about it's about 4,000 kilometers, give or take. Everyone, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but all I know is I was able to get about 40 pieces of equipment started on this side of the field when it came to the harvesters. And again, with them spread out at 100 meters apiece, well, that does work out about to somewhere around 4 kilometers. Give or take probably a few hundred. And that would make sense too, everyone, because again, this whole map would be 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers. Or if you're working in Giant's system, technically it's more like 8,000 pixels by 8,000 pixels for the map files, but I guess, let's see, that would work out to 1 pixel is 1 meter by 1 meter. I guess that's how Giants does it. I never really thought about that before, but that does sound about right. I guess that kind of makes sense. That's the kind of resolution Giants has with the maps here, 1 meter by 1 meter. Not really that great a resolution when you really think about it, but you know what? I should have been. Let's get the next one over here. Hello, inside a track. That one, yeah, that's lined up a lot better. Okay, we get these two connected. It looks like we're for sure going to need 4 more headers. So we'll maybe start, yeah, probably 4 headers or so. That should be pretty good. And what do I got? 8 harvesters over here already. How's my FPS looking? Oh boy, everyone, it's getting brutal, getting brutal. This, by the way, everyone, is why I wanted to do this field last, because whatever shenanigans we're going to do on this field, it's probably not going to be pretty FPS-wise. So, I don't know, I suppose I could always drop my graphics settings down a little bit. That might help a little bit. We'll have to see once here. I'd rather not have to do that if we don't have to, but never know. For anyone curious, you know what? No, not that one. For anyone curious what my computer hardware is, by the way, I know I do get asked that every now and then. There is a link down below that should list all my current hardware specs. You can check that out in case you're curious. Again, currently running a Ryzen 3950X. Finally upgraded my computer here this past Christmas after yeah, using my previous computer for, I don't know, probably going on 7, 8, maybe a little longer. For sure, probably 7 years. I'm thinking maybe might have been as long as 8 years, maybe even more than that. Because I was on, I forget if that was 2nd or 3rd generation i7 CPU. I think it was 3rd generation, if I remember correctly, a 3930K. So whenever the 3930Ks came out, that's when I had built that computer. And that was definitely many, many years ago. Definitely still a very respectable machine yet. No doubt about that, by the way. My main reason upgrading it really was the all the problems it was having. So it was just giving me fits, and I had enough. So it's like, yep, time to upgrade. Okay, yep. Purchase more headers. I don't know why it lags like this. Kind of annoying. And we really don't have that much equipment on the map, other than maybe, you know, like several dozen 9620 RX. Just a several dozen, you know, nothing major, right? Everyone has several dozen 9620 RXs on their map, right? Well, you know what? I didn't think of it, everyone, but you know what I could have done is I could have backed up my shot point there a little bit and done another row, couldn't I? I didn't think of that. I could have done that, yes. I don't know if it's easier to purchase a couple at a time and move them and buy more, if it's easier just to move the store trigger there and buy more. It's a good question. Didn't think about that one. Yeah, it's one of those trying to work smarter, not harder type things, you know? Now, of course, the ultimate question is, how are we going to deal with the unloading of these combines? Yeah, let's not even go there. I don't even want to discuss that. Nah, that's going to be the biggest problem here. That's why doing the cotton, everyone, is relatively simple. You don't have to worry about unloading them with a grain cart or anything like that. They take care of themselves. Up and down the field, they're done. Boom. Nothing to it, right? Yeah, you get this, though, you got to worry about unloading them. That gets to be a bit more interesting problem, shall we say. Even with McConsole's ridiculously stupid OP combines there, they still need to be unloaded quite frequently on this map. So, which, by the way, as a reminder, we don't necessarily have any rules about using OP. In fact, we don't really have any rules at all for the challenge me and McConsole are doing. Which reminder, by the way, I don't know if did I mention that this episode yet? If I did, we'll mention it here again. Don't forget to check out Thomas McConsol's channel there. See what kind of mischief, and I'm sure he's up to some sort of mischief. It's McConsol we're speaking of here, everyone. So don't forget to check him out, see what he's up to. Again, a little bit of just kind of a mini harvest challenge here on the map. Although, again, I'm not sure what we're really challenging. We didn't really say anything specifically. Let's harvest the map and have some fun with it, right? See who can kind of sort of outdo each other, I guess, on the harvest. Which I would have to say, everyone, despite an extremely rough start on the harvest with courseplay, I think just from what I've seen with McConsol's videos so far, I think we've definitely by far had the smoothest harvest. I think I can claim that so far. Because, yeah, like I said, despite an extremely rough start, again, from courseplay, once we got the kinks worked out, mainly getting rid of the... I don't know, again, this wasn't really the ideal Combine's fault completely. I don't know, I really don't know. I find it hard to believe simply the ideal Combines were completely at fault, but... obviously we did make some other changes as well. We got rid of the non-articulated tractors. We started using articulated tractors, believe it or not. That seemed to really help. Still find that. And again, with the picking up the cotton bales, we're back to articulated tractors. Like, really? Articulated tractors. Courseplay used to hate them things. And now it's like, they're like the only ones that work with Courseplay, it seems like. And then, of course, we integrated the mother bins as well. That took care of just... Yeah, again, courseplay. It's just like, it seems like at every single level, courseplay was just being as stupid as it possibly could. It was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, but... Okay, let's put the chop trigger down. Let's buy some more combines, because why not? I mean, we got, was it 12 of them? Or no, 14 of them there. Plus there's one over there I should probably get back, put in the lineup. I'm gonna, like, empty him out, and, if I reset him, does he reset back to the trigger here, I wonder? That's an excellent question. I don't know. Okay, let's just put the shop trigger there. It's supposed to make a sound. Maybe I'm just not hearing it. Maybe it is making the sound. I don't know. Well, let's just buy them. Seems like it worked. Well, that seems our harvesters. John Deere S790. This is JHHG's combine, by the way. Got the Great Big Grain extension on it. Let's see what's there. I think I was using those tracks, right? Try to get these all the same if I can help it. Put the big pipe. Bump it up to an S790. I think those are all the changes I made. Hopefully that's right. Okay, we'll just buy a whole bunch of these until it says I can't buy anymore. Nice if you could buy a little quicker for some reason. In some ways, I'm going to be kind of glad when I'm done with this map here as well. Because, yeah, we're putting up with quite a bit of problems with this map here. And again, it doesn't help that we're doing stuff like this with it, but still. I still maintain that once you get to 16x maps, they're not unplayable, but you start running into a lot more issues with them. Yeah, just game lags and stuff like that. And, of course, they supposedly have the 64x map, which I'm not aware has ever been released yet. And I don't know, I'd be surprised, to be honest, if it ever did get released. Because, yeah, if 16x maps don't really run that well, how do you expect to run a map that is 4 times bigger than this? 4 times bigger than this. And mind you, it's not necessarily maybe a limitation of computer hardware at that point. It's probably more a limitation of Giant's game engine and optimization that really probably prevents it more than anything. Yep, more error messages there. Attempt to perform arithmetic. Yep, great. Should probably check and make sure everything's looking okay over here so far. They are getting further on the field. Hopefully that means they're actually doing something on the field, not just doing circles. I haven't seen it yet, so zoom in a little bit more. And it looks like the bales are getting picked up. I mean, there's no bales past the line, the last line of tractors here, so that's a good sign, I'd say. There's definitely bales right in here, but it's going to pick some up here. I think it's going to pick that one up. And again, I mean, you got to see, it looks like they're just going right alongside the bales. As I think I said that last episode, gotta love it when the math works out, right, everyone? Gotta love it, yep. I know several of you were doubting me on that one, but math, beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Okay, let's go back to the middle of these. Don't know, do we got as many combines as we had last time? Should have, I would think. Shift Alt-S. Let me try that one more time here. Actually, why don't we just get closer? I mean, why do we have to be so far back? Okay, maybe not quite that close. Okay, yep. Now I am hearing the sound there this time. I heard it. Just like a little da-dunk sound type of thing. And for anyone wondering, by the way, when I purchased the cotton harvesters, no, everyone, I did not use the shop delivery for that. I actually bought all those at the shop and had them all drive up to the field. No, this is not the one I want. I'm not doing that in this case. I thought about that, everyone, but it's like, this is going to be an awful lot of combines, potentially. I mean, if it's only 32, that's not too bad. But then if we got to get the headers up there with course play, it's like, that just not sound safe with course play. So that's why I'm using the shop delivery mod here. It does charge you extra for delivery, by the way. I forget what that percentage is, but it's probably just a little bit here, given the amount we're purchasing. And this, by the way, is why I was a little bit concerned when the cotton was not ready to harvest yet either, because I had already invested in the cotton harvesters, and I was counting on the ability to sell said cotton harvesters when we were done, and of course, said cotton. And yeah, it just happened to work out. Well, it worked out the cotton field got ready in time, I guess you could say, because it didn't look like it was going. It's like, oh, crap. We don't have a whole lot of money here, and I got all this money sitting in cotton harvesters, and money sitting in cotton on the field yet. But yeah, luckily the field ripened in time. Don't forget to, everyone, too, if you'd like to join us on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, that information is also down below in the description there. Again, anyone's welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. Again, a microphone is not required to join TeamSpeak, by the way. And, of course, if you don't have TeamSpeak, the TeamSpeak app is link for downloading is down below as well. So yeah, if you don't have the TeamSpeak app, link is down below for that. Again, it is free for the PC. Let's see what's... Nope, don't want that one. Let's grab... Let's see what's here. Oh, looks like I should have moved that. Wait a minute, is that the one I got in? Really? Was I not next to this one? Maybe not. Should have moved that shot trigger down a little bit, I guess. So I think with the combines, it seems like with the combines, everyone, it puts them on either side of the shot trigger, I think, doesn't it? But then with the harvest, or the headers here, it seems to only extend out one direction. At least that's the way it seems, anyway. Okay, what do we got? We got 18 harvesters over here now. We're probably too shy of having 32 on this particular area of the field right now, by the way. And actually, you know what? We do have 8 more. I think they're pretty much the same ones. I might not have put the OP, well, it's not really OP, but the extra large tip-up bin on here. And as far as I know, I assume that's a realistic capacity on that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but what's it, like 25,000 liters, I think, or 24 or something like that. Not sure what that is in bushels exactly. Otherwise, I could probably say for sure, more for sure, if it was OP or not, but you definitely don't typically see anything this large around where I live, not at least as far as grain bin size. Obviously, you know, the bigger the grain bin you put, or grain tank you put on it, the more weight that's going to be on the harvester, more compaction. It's kind of all goes with it, right? So and definitely, I'm sure would probably not want to bury a combine with one of those tanks on it. Oh my goodness. You'd definitely be ripping axles out from underneath the combine trying to pull it out of the mud. At least around here anyway. Even the way it was last year with the season being as it was, farmers will really have to be on top of making sure their combine didn't get too full. Otherwise, yeah, oopsie. Oh, and I just looked at the time here, everyone. It is time to wrap this episode up here already. So, on that note, everyone, I think we better wrap it up. Again, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And until next time.